Hi my beautiful friends, how are you all doing? It's Mimi here today, and today I want to talk to you about some of my favorite books. And I've been meaning to do this video for like months, and the reason I haven't done it yet is because I wanted to collect all the books that are my favorites and have them all together physically. But because I always give them, like I always lend it to my friends and their friends, my books are always circulating. It is kind of sad in a sense that I couldn't have gathered all of them together, but then I thought, you know what, I can just tell you the name of my favorite book and you can go and Google it. I do have some of them here with me physically, but I don't have all of them with me. But I don't think it matters that much, and I've been getting so many requests, me and Layla have been getting so many requests to do this video that I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna wait any longer, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. And you know, if you guys are interested in a certain book, you can just Google it, read more reviews, or you know, whatever you want to do. So I have a long list of books here right now because I love reading and I have so many favorite ones, so it was a little hard for me to actually narrow it down to like 7 or 8. I think I have 7 books today, 7 or 8 books, and I had to choose it by the category that the book has made an impact on my life and it has helped me in some way, you know, whatever I was going through. So the ones that I will talk to you about today are my favorites, absolute favorite books. And I have to warn you, this video might be a little long. I'll try to be as short and as focused as I can, but it might be a little long. So if you are not, you know, up for watching a long video, you can just go in the info box and you can get the list of all the books that I like. But if you want to know why I like each one of them, then keep watching this video. One of my absolute favorite books in the world is Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, and this is one of the first books I've read when I moved to Canada. I've read English books before when we were in Azerbaijan, but when we moved to Canada, this book was actually given to us in our English class, which is kind of surprising. But I guess not, because it's like a world bestseller. And I remember reading the book at the time. It's absolutely magical. You know, the book, I don't have it with me. That's one of my favorites, and I always give it to people to read. The book is kind of like, it's pretty thin. This is not it, but you know, it's a pretty thin book. You can read it in a day or two. I personally read it in like one night because I just couldn't stop reading it. And you know, the story is extremely beautiful. It's about this shepherd that goes through a desert, and you know, it's a beautiful story of his life. And then, you know, through that story, you kind of relate to the story of his life, and you kind of understand certain things about your life. I'm sure some of you have heard about it, or I'm sure lots of you have read the book, because it's, you know, it's a world bestseller. It's been translated into all languages, you know, most of the languages of the world. Beautiful book, beautiful story. I've read it about 5 times, and you know, I haven't read it in the last year. I think I'm ready to reread it, because every time I read that story, there's something new I take away from it. So yeah, the book I'm talking about again is Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. And in general, I've read most of Paulo Coelho's books. I love his work. He's amazing, and yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite of all time books. Another one of my favorites is Mastery of Love by Miguel Ruiz. And again, I don't have the book with me because every time I see one of my friends go through something, I just tell them, you have to read this book, you know. And it's also a very small book like this. It's a very short book. It consists of different stories that are put together, and the name is Mastery of Love, and I think the main focus of Mastery of Love is understanding your own relationship with yourself. And once you do that, your relationships with everyone else in your life will improve so much. I remember reading this book maybe a year after me and Alex started dating, and I mean, our relationship is pretty great. We're very understanding towards each other, but even us, sometimes we had some kind of misunderstandings or arguments, like very little, very subtle. And I remember at the time somebody, I think it was Layla, I'm not sure, somebody recommended the book, and I read it cover to cover in one night because it was just amazing. I felt every page, I understood every page. It was such an awakening moment for me, and it has helped our relationship tremendously. Again, the book is not just about your relationship with a man, it's about your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your friends, your relationship with the world, really. It's amazing. Again, I've read this book numerous of times too. It's one of my favorites. It's Mastery of Love, and it's by Miguel Ruiz. and he has, Don Miguel Ruiz has other excellent books, but out of all his books, I would recommend definitely Mastery of Love as #1. I think it's a must to read for everyone, because it's, again, it's such a really easy read, very short, very simple language, you know. Even if English is not your first language, this book is going to be a breeze for you to read, and it makes your life better, because you will start understanding yourself better, and that will make a really significant difference in your life. So again, one of my favorites, love Mastery of Love, recommended to everyone. Another one of my favorites that have been recommended by Layla to me years ago is Awakening to Your Life's Purposes by Ekhart Tollie. And this is a quiet and amazing book. It's not a book that you can read in a day, not like the other ones I've been talking about. This book has been taking me years to read. So I'll read a chapter and then I'll stop for a few months, and then I'll read another chapter and then I'll stop for a few months, and then you get the point. It's again, the title is pretty descriptive, Awakening to Your Life's Purposes. So the book kind of talks about understanding life more, being more focused with yourself, connecting with yourself. I mean, it covers pretty much everything, and it's just such an awakening book. I remember, every time I go through something, I pick up this book, and sometimes I'll just start reading random pages, and it's like the answers will come to me. I just love this book. It's amazing. We'll recommend it to everyone. But again, take this book very lightly. I wouldn't recommend just sitting down and reading all of it, because you're gonna be just overwhelmed by all the information in this book. But if you just read a few pages now and then, it's perfect, just so you take it in and then observe your life. It talks about everything: relationships, life, career, just understanding your purpose and why you're here on planet Earth. It's quite amazing. I love this book. I have to finish it because I've been reading it for years now. I think I've been reading it for at least 2.5 years. But it's always there for me. Whenever I need it, I pick it up, and it has helped me a lot. It has definitely helped me a lot. And another one of the books that I love by Ekhart Tolle, and this is the writer. You should read his story. Again, it's amazing. I've been using this word a lot today, but he's just a wonderful person, and I'm really grateful for the books that he has written for the humanity. And another one of his books is Power of Now, and also I love the other book that he wrote. Power of Now is again talking about the power of now, being appreciative of the moment now, and because we're always rushing. It's always like we're either in the past or in the future, but how about the present? Like a lot of times we forget to be here now. And the book is very powerful. It will make you, it will blow your mind away, and it will, help you just appreciate the present moment, regardless of what you're going through. There's always something to be grateful for and to be appreciative for. So this is a great book, and also Power of Now. Definitely pick it up if you want to, grow yourself, if you want to self-develop. Awesome book. Another one of my absolute favorites, especially when it comes to business and life, is 4-Hour Workweek, and this book has changed my life. So I can personally say that this book works. The biggest misconception about 4-Hour Workweek is this is a bestseller. It's been in New York Times bestseller for years now. So the biggest misconception about 4-Hour Workweek is that the 4-Hour Workweek is about working 4 hours a week and then doing nothing, like vacationing the rest of the week or the rest of your life. But the book is not about that. This book is about doing what you love, not spending too much time on it, so you still have a lot of time to have a quality life. So you have time to spend with your friends, you have time to spend with your family, you have time to spend with your children, to do the things that you love, whether it's dancing, painting, volunteering, doing charity work. So this book is very hands-on book, explaining, giving different cases of people, like a study, like what's it called, study cases, I guess, case studies is the word I'm looking for. So giving different real life case studies of people who are living the 4-Hour Workweek. And I can say that me and Alex and Layla now are living this 4-hour work week too, and I never feel like I'm working, you know, and I am working all the time, but again, it doesn't feel like I'm working. I still have a lot of time, you know, to spend time with my family, to travel, to do the things that I love. This book has made such a huge impact on our lives. It has made it possible for us to run a business in a manner that doesn't require you to be there 24/7, so the business doesn't consume you. You still have a life, you know, and I think essentially that's what everyone wants in life. And this is not only for people who wanna start a business, this is also for people who have a job, and he gives you tips on how you can minimize the hours you're working. So amazing book. Definitely pick it up if you want to have more free time for your life, for your family, for doing the things you enjoy in life. Definitely changed my life. I have to admit I haven't finished this book, but I think I've read most of it, and I've read the parts that really kind of resonated what I was going through, or sometimes I'll pick it up and I'll reread certain chapters because I can relate to what he was going through and his stories in this book, or certain characters. It is not a fiction book, it's a real life story book. And Timothy Ferris is an awesome guy. I'm so grateful for him for writing this book and for making us all realize that it is possible to have a business or a career and still have time, you know, to not always wanting for it to be Friday or thank God it's Friday. It's all great, but thank God I'm thankful for every day. I never feel like, okay, it's Friday, now I can live, you know. Every day is like Friday to us, and I'm really grateful for being able to live the lifestyle we are. And again, this book has really made it possible for us. So I'm not gonna, you know, talk about this for hours, but I just want to emphasize again that if you want to have a more quality life where you can do what you love and spend more time with your family, friends, or doing the things that you love, then this book is a must read. Definitely a must read. Another one of my favorite books of all time is Screw It, Let's Do It by Richard Branson. And this man is my hero. I love him. If you don't know who Richard Branson is, he is the founder of Virgin Airlines, Virgin Music Record, Virgin everything. He's a billionaire, and he's a wonderful, humble man. I've had an opportunity to meet him when he was speaking here in Toronto. When was it? Like half a year ago or a little longer. He's very simple, humble man, and that's why I love him the most. So this book kind of goes over his whole life. It's a very easy read. Again, it's very fun and easy read, and if you want to know what goes into becoming a millionaire, you can read this book. It's a very fun read, like I said before. It's just his stories and different ways that he's been experiencing life and how he has achieved, you know, where he is today. And he's one of the most successful people in the world, and he seems to be leading a very balanced life. And personally, whenever I see somebody who's successful and also very balanced, so they have a family, so they're happy in all areas of their life, I want to know what they're doing. I want to know the secret. Naturally, we all do, right? So you know, this book has been very helpful in terms of, you know, kind of going through his childhood and how he was being raised by his parents. So that will help me when I'm raising my children. And also, you know, kind of going through times where he failed and he was still able to pick himself up and continue going and experimenting. And that essentially is what made him the successful man that he is today. You know, Virgin, everyone knows about Virgin Airlines, and now there's Virgin Galactic, they're flying to the moon or something. But awesome book, very fun. I was cracking up as I was reading this book, and I felt such a personal connection with him. Like I feel like I know him now personally, which I don't, but you know, Richard Branson is a wonderful man, and he's trying to do a lot of awesome things for the world. And this book will just kind of give you an insight of what goes into a life of a person who is so successful and kind of well balanced, you know. So awesome, very good read. And whenever you buy this book, make sure this is the, there's two versions. There's a shorter and there's a more expanded one. This is the more expanded one. I would definitely recommend to get the bigger one, because it's just, everything is in more detail, and I mean, you won't want to put this one down. Another one of my favorite books is this book, The Art of Living, The Art of Living, and it talks about Vipassana meditation. And this has been given to me by my sister-in-law because last year I've been going through something personally, emotionally, and even though my life physically was really great, and externally it seemed really awesome. I got married, we started a business. Emotionally, I've been experiencing kind of a little bit of darkness, so I experienced a bit of depression last year and a bit of anxieties, and it was the first thing that it's ever happened to me, and it's been a bit scary. And she knew what I was going through, so she's done her share of meditation. She's done a few courses of 10-day silent Vipassana meditation, and she recommended it to me, and I was a bit skeptical and scared, but after I read the book I knew for sure it was for me. And as scary as it sounded, I did the 10-day silent meditation course, and it really helped me, you know, stay more balanced and focused and just be more at peace with myself. If you guys are interested, let me know. I might do a video about my experience at silent meditation retreat for 10 days. But other than that, if you're just interested in the subject, you can read about it in this book. You should be able to get it at any bookstore or maybe order on Amazon. So, you know, this is just talking about the ancient meditation technique that brings real peace of mind, and isn't that what we're all after? So yeah, The Art of Living Vipassana Meditation is the name of the book, and it's really great read. It just consists of different stories, and through stories you kind of, you know, you understand yourself and you understand what you're going through, and you understand that essentially it's okay, everything comes and goes, and you're not going to be in the state that you are now all your life. So if you are experiencing anxiety or depression, it's important not to get stuck in that. Know that, you know, even though it might feel a little hard and challenging at the time, it's not always going to be like this. You're gonna make it through. So to all of you that might have experienced it, or you know anyone who is experiencing anxieties or depression or any other things like that, you can recommend this book. It's really helped me. And then if they like it, they can do the 10-day meditation course, which you can just Google, and it's free and it's really wonderful. But I won't take any more time. You can just Google and get more information on that. But yeah, the book is awesome. Definitely recommend to read to anyone, everyone and anyone. And I'm gonna finish this video with one of my favorite books of all time. It's also very easy, super easy read, like, I don't know, 100-something pages. It's called Tuesdays with Morrie, and it's by Mitch Albom. And this is a wonderful read to anyone at any age. It just talks about life. It's a fiction. No, it's a story based on real life, and you know, it talks about a teacher and a student. So the teacher is I don't want to give it away. I want to tell you more, but it's a wonderful story about life and, you know, being young, but also, you know, getting old and kind of experiencing life and appreciating every moment of life, and just a really beautiful story that makes you appreciate life, that makes you appreciate your family, makes you feel great about yourself. Definitely would recommend it. Very easy read, you know, it's not one of those books that are gonna make you think too much. So Tuesdays with Morrie, beautiful, beautiful, heartwarming story. I would definitely recommend reading this one. If you want to read books that are more fun, I recommend Sophie Kinsella. She's awesome, but you know, I wouldn't say that her books really changed my life. She's the writer that I go to, you know, when I just want to laugh a little bit, when I want to get my mind away. But the books that I've mentioned in this video are the books that really helped me become the person that I am today, because they helped me, you know, understand that whatever I'm going through is okay, and other people have gone through it before, and it's gonna be fine, you know. And essentially I think that's what all of us are looking for, is just understanding that, you know, we're normal and we're okay. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me, what are your favorite books? I'd love to know, because I'm always looking to read new books. Tell me what are your absolute favorites that, you know, have changed your life, and tell me if you read the ones that I have read and what you think about them. Just leave a comment down below, and don't forget to rate this video. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this long video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.